What's going on, everybody? It's your boy John Hester here, and this is part 3 of Invictus, a Kawasaki Teryx build going to Arizona, named Invictus. So, what we got going on here in part 3? As you can see, we now have the custom cage on. Got the new custom cage on. We got all the wiring done, which this, of course, is has a lot of stuff to it, so it's a tremendous amount of wiring. And we got all the wiring done. I mean, got all that. So we got 4,500 pound Super ATV winch installed. We got the light bar installed on the bumper right here. We have Rhino lights, halos, rock lights. The rock lights right here. Rock lights back here. So we got them on each corner. We have 4-foot whips on top of this bad boy. We have our fuse block here. This is what we call our mule fuse block, but we use this. It's like Frank's Red Hot. We use that shit on everything. So this is a 9-port block that we have custom made for us. Well, not local company, local United States mom and pop shop in Tennessee makes this for us, does a wonderful job, and we sell tons of these. We cannot keep them in stock. We use it on everything, every model, every brand, everything. 3 ports are hot all the time, and 6 ports key activated, and we could easily, just by changing one wire down here, I can make these 3 key activated too. So I could have a 9-port key activated, 6-port key activated, or 3 hot. So nice setup. So we have all the electronics ran. We have a dual battery. So that's the isolator right here. We got the battery, and then we have right here, I'm going to turn the phone around. We have the amplifier for the Noam sound system here. This is all underneath the seat. It's going to be, all underneath here, and got everything ran really nice. We've got all of the switches. So we got the Noam's head unit right here. This one turns it on and off. We got the Rhino lights on and off there. So I'm going to just turn this on, and I'm just going to turn the Rhino lights on there just so you can kind of see how the whips look, and the rock lights looking underneath here. So it's just in a basic cycle setup. Nothing spectacular right now. You can hook up with the phone, and this also has a music controller. You can see right there. This is all inside the dash, so this is all done inside here, completely hidden. When we do everything electrical, I mean, it's like factory. I mean, like I said, all this stuff. So here's your wedge solenoid. It's all up inside here, and you can't see nothing. Everything is custom cut to length. We do it right. But like I said, it's got the quad halos on the rock lights, and I'm going to turn this off here, and we got the these lights right here are the pod lights that are on the Chupacabra mirrors. Now these are not tightened down, they're just on here so we could run the wires, and then we'll get everything set. So right now, this was all electrical stuff is completed and ready to go. So we have the pod lights here on the Chupacabra mirrors. That's on its own switch. This is on its own switch. And then back here, we're finishing this up here, but we got the license plate, lighted license plate here for the Ryko turn signal kit. And then we have reverse lights right here. So when you put it into reverse, these will light up on there. And we already have the rear bumper section ready to go, but of course we need to add everything else in on the bed. But and we don't have these fully set yet. Once again, wiring is what the name of the game is right now. So we did up, everything runs through the tube up through the cage, and we seal everything with the rubber seals, and really nice. So this has a subwoofer on it from Noam. Now I'm going to do a separate video on the sound system here, because this is the first Noam system that I've done. And it's loud and it's clear and it's got a little bit of a bass tone, but it's nothing to write home about. But not a bad system. Not a bad system. But you got the 4 wake towers. We have the whips. We got the springs with the quick disconnects. So you could disconnect them, go into a toy hauler or whatever. Quick disconnect right there and right into the frame right there. So I mean, everything is ran through the frame. Did really nice. I told the owner, I was like, man, I wish we could have mapped everything out to where we could have had had everything, you know, been able to where like the cage builder could have had inside here. He could have left this hollow and then cut this tube, had a hole there, and then we could have been able to run all, you know, up into here and then all the way down. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But you can see that it goes in there. So I mean, there's no wires hanging down. It's nice and clean. There's no wires anywhere on here. Sound system's all fully operational, fully wired. Everything's done. All the wiring is done. Electrical is done. And like I said, you know, even with it tore apart, you still can't see a bunch of crap hanging everywhere. You know what I mean? So we do a tremendous job. Chris does an amazing job on all his wiring. Is very, very anal like me. I love it like that. And it's just great. But so we're going to be running everything. All our main power stuff is off of off the battery. So the sound system, the rock lights, and all that stuff is off of the battery back here. And then it's isolated from the main battery that's up front over there. So you could sit there with the key off, jamming the sound system with the whips. And as this battery goes down, it's isolated from the front. And then you could just turn the key, start it up, and go. And then whenever you get back home, you can charge that battery back up. While the machine is running, if you're not drawing a tremendous amount of power with all of this stuff rocking and rolling and jamming and all that other stuff, the excess power will bleed off from that battery into this battery. So, but the Teryx doesn't have a tremendous amount of amperage. So this type of setup on a Teryx, it's meant that you'll need to charge that battery every so often. I mean, with the engine running, it can sustain most of all this stuff. But we're just saying, like, if you sit and you're running a lot of power consistently, you know, it will run that battery down. That's what it's meant to do. That's what a dual battery setup is meant to do. It's meant to isolate to where this battery that's right here, and these are matching factory batteries, so they're the exact same battery, you know, on there. So it's not trying to feed one battery more than the other. You want a match system whenever you do a dual battery. So got that all set up really nice. And we got a lot of stuff going in. So give you another peek at, so here's the rear deck, and we've cut the cup holders off. Why did we cut the cup holders off? Well, that's because right over here we've got a bench seat. So we're putting a bench seat into this with harnesses. I don't know if I can see doing this with one hand, trying to pull it out. So we got a silver and black bench seat to match the silver and black factory seats that are right there. You can see they're silver and black. That seat is silver and black. And then we got black harnesses that's going to go through. That seat has 3 harnesses. So, and then we're going to have harnesses up here in the front as well. And we're doing the pass-through, so we're cutting the seats, going through the seats, all that stuff. So we need to needed to basically get all the wiring and everything done. And this once again has the, like I said, the Rhino turn signal system. So I'll just turn it on real quick here. You know, we got the horn and then turn signal. We got the deals on the dash right there, and it uses the factory tail lights, which of course are not hooked up right now, but it's all wired and ready to go on there. And you can see the light bar right there on and off, and then these lights on the side, you can see it light up here, even though they're pointing up at the ceiling, but trying to get all that there. Trying to do this fairly quickly, but give it all the detail. And like I said, we do have, you know, clutch cover and everything's off because we got all the new clutches, stage 3 from the ground up clutching over there. This machine was, I mean, literally 0 miles, comes out of the crate, come up here, ripped apart. So if you start from the, you know, part 1 of this video, you see this thing with just nothing but frame and an engine and a very little bit of wiring. But we still got a decent amount, but all the hardest stuff is already done. So all the wiring and everything, that's what takes the most tremendous amount of time to be able to do all of this, you know, running everything, drilling everything, sealing everything, you know, making sure everything is perfect when you go back together and clean, like factory, and or better than factory, I should say. The way I like it. But getting this all done up, and we'll have another video as we start getting the suspension. So now that we got all the wiring done, all of the console, everything can come back together. So this is going to come back together rapidly. Seat, the bed, all this stuff is going to be put on, the clutching and all that. Then we'll get all this interior finished, raise it back up, and then we'll get the all the new suspension, which we have the long travel, our MT long travel setup over here, black A-arms, and then we got silver springs to go with the whole package. So we got red and silver and black everywhere on every single piece. So everything matches in really, really nice. And we're putting 32s on this, 32-inch moto claws. So this is an awesome, aggressive DOT radial. Really nice setup. Really nice setup. And getting this going. Still got a bunch to do, but this is one absolutely ridiculous build. Full turnkey. Like I said, going to Arizona. Anything and everything that the customer wanted. I mean, there's other stuff that we'll get into once we get further along in the videos, but yeah, we're doing phone holders, front and rear, custom shift handles, uni air filter. I mean, man, this thing's, it covered basically, you know, checked all the boxes and covered everything that you could want, you know, on a build of this type. So, you know, get ECU flash clutching done, just ungodly, you know, our Hester MT long travel suspension. So we're putting the Pinnacle long travel suspension system on it and getting her rocking and rolling. So sure love, give us a like, give us a comment, tell us what you think. How's it coming along so far? How do you like how clean everything is coming along? So it's nice to see these behind the scenes, because most of the videos is just a finished product. But I mean, the amount of depth, the amount of work that goes involved into these builds, the details, it just really makes the whole deal super, super nice. And we love doing it. I mean, builds like this, I mean, it takes a while. It takes a while to build these type of builds and get them going. You know, we're a small shop. I don't have 10 guys working on this machine. You know, I have, you know, Chris is doing this, and then I'll help him if he needs help, or Jacoby will help him if Chris needs help and I'm not available or something. But you know, Chris pretty much builds this 100% himself, and he's been working for me for years and has built numerous vehicles on our YouTube channel, so he's got the experience. But love to show these behind the scenes and the chaos that happens before, and then as it comes together and getting nicer and nicer and nicer, and it's gonna be a badass machine. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, give us a subscribe, hit that notification bell, you know, give us a like if you like it, if you like our content, give us a comment, tell us what you think. How do you think it's coming along? Like I said, you know, we haven't done final positioning on all these speakers yet, so you know, I could still move them. They're just held there to where once we get all the seats and everything in, we can set all the positioning right and then get them locked down really nice. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Like I said in the other video, I already went over the stage 5 exhaust. I went over all the heat shielding and sound deadening that we're doing to this. So I mean, this sucker's not going to have any heat radiating from it, so they'll be cruising around, and this interior is going to be ambient temperature. So it's going to be super nice, a little quieter, but I mean, who cares about quiet when you got a nice sound system that you can jam to and enjoy your tunes. Let me get back a little bit more here. See, I got a big old 2-post lift. I couldn't back up very much there. So a lot of stuff going on, and we got a lot of machines sold right now, and we're trying to get them all out before the end of the year. Trying to get everybody's machines done at the same time. Jacoby's been kicking butt on services and repairs, trying to keep up with all the things going on around here. So I want to thank you all for watching. I've got to squeeze around here. Just kind of showing how the cage and everything looks. Like I said, this back part comes down and then it attaches into the frame down there. We'll have that once we get all the bed and all that situated, then we'll get all that installed, and that'll be more towards the end. It's just nice not having any suspension, anything, so that way you can get in here and work on something real easy and get inside here and do whatever you need to do. And it's just so nice that you can be able to do this, and we got the lifts and the equipment and all the tools and anything and everything that we need to be able to build all this stuff. So thank you all for watching. God bless, and if I don't see you by Christmas, have yourself a Merry Christmas.